What's going on, you guys? EP09 back here with another video, and today I've got some info for you guys as to why I think Big Ramy is so confident going into this year's Arnold Classic. I think I know why. Before we get to that, guys, real quick, if you enjoy this content, hit that like button, subscribe to this channel. Every little bit helps. I'm trying to get to my first 1,000 subscribers, and I think that we're building a great community here on EP09. So thank you again for all your support. Anyway, like I said, it looks like I found the reason why Big Ramy might be so confident going into the Arnold Classic. Big Ramy is not only working on his physique in the gym, but also through Dr. Khan. Now, Dr. Khan is a world-renowned regenerative sports medicine specialist who's helped Fouad Abiad in the past, as well as other pro bodybuilders. But Big Ramy is receiving intravenous stem cell treatment from Dr. Khan, with the goal being overall regeneration and recovery.
طبعا يعني قابلت الدكتور عادل.
Hey.
Sniped with him, and it's first time I do all my stem cells with him. That for Olympia to getting better, and Dr. Adeel can speak about that.
Yeah, I think everyone kind of knows what's going on with Ramy. So you're doing the IV stem cells, so they're going to go through his whole body to help all his muscles. But then he also has some localized areas where he's having pain, so we're going to inject those too. We're going to get him ready for Arnold as much as possible, but much more importantly, Olympia.
So I looked into this a little bit more, and Big Ramy is getting this treatment done at the Bioscience Institute in Dubai. Dr. Khan seems confident that he can bring Big Ramy back to being, that decisive victor at the Olympia again. Now, before the Olympia, though, Ramy has this Arnold Classic on his plate now, and I don't know if this intravenous stem cell treatment will be enough for Big Ramy to come in and win it. I looked on the Bioscience YouTube page as well, and the owner, Giuseppe Mucci, spoke during an interview with Dubai One TV only 3 weeks ago, and he had this to say.
And how fast in general can you see results?
It's a biological process, this. Usually in 2-3 weeks you start to see the process, but the result is also connected with the biological age of the person that is not directly connected with the age of the passport.
So, from my interpretation of this, Ramy could start seeing results within 2 or 3 weeks. Of course, you guys, now, I'm not a doctor, I can't speak to the science of stem cells, but clearly there must be some confidence in this treatment since Big Ramy is continuing to push forward and, prove that he's still the best in the world on the biggest stages in bodybuilding. If this does work and Big Ramy does come back with his physique's former glory, Dr. Khan is going to have to hire more associates to keep up with the volume at his practice, I'm telling you. He might have to just now by being associated with Big Ramy. Adding Dr. Khan to Team Big Ramy is certainly going to be an interesting factor that we haven't seen before. Now, speaking of Team Big Ramy, the leading member of that team, Chad Nichols, has finally spoken after Big Ramy's Olympia placing. Chad did not release any statement after Big Ramy showing at the Olympia, and now, after the announcement that Big Ramy has joined the Arnold Classic, Chad made a post on his Instagram, lo and behold. Although he didn't have much to say. All Chad says in the caption here is, "We don't talk, we work." So, no statement was offered on what happened at the Olympia. But for a guy that was quite vocal before the Olympia on how well Ramy would do, as well as someone who lists all of this on his Instagram page, to say that he doesn't talk? Well, look, it seems in this case it would be more appropriate to say that he doesn't talk unless things are going well. Chad Nichols is a public figure, and I do think he still owes us fans, an explanation. It doesn't mean that it has to have negative connotations. I genuinely just want to know from Big Ramy's coach's perspective what happened. That's all. And if he screwed up something, just own it and we can move on. Now, moving on to Hadi Choopan, our current reigning Mr. Olympia, is at full speed ahead and he has his eyes set on the 2023 Olympia victory. This decline bench drop set training session is extremely impressive, and it shows where Hadi's head is at right now. If that's not enough to convince the fans, Hadi's post-Olympia update pictures are absolutely insane. Judging by these pictures, I think anyone who said that Hadi would be a one-time Olympia champion will have to reconsider that statement. I think Hadi can improve in conditioning, but I think in terms of muscle mass, he might be maxed out. Another 5 pounds even on his frame, and I think he runs the risk of blowing out his midsection. But I think that even another 2 or 3 pounds will push that muscle against the skin on stage that much more, so he looks bursting full and significantly improved. Hany Rambod seems to have figured out the formula with Hadi, and we may still see the best Hadi Choopan to date in 2023 on that Olympia stage. So that's it for me in this video, you guys. Leave me a comment down below on what you think. Will this new regenerative stem cell therapy be enough for Ramy to significantly improve for the Arnold, or even for the Olympia? Do you still want to hear from Chad Nichols on what happened to Big Ramy at the 2022 Olympia? Is Hadi Choopan going to be our 2023 Olympia champion? You guys let me know below. Thanks for tuning in to EP09. Be sure to like and subscribe.